Welcome back everyone to Steps with Nutrition, the YouTube edition. For those of you who have been following us on our other social media platforms, you'll notice that although our podcast, Steps with Nutrition, which is available on most streaming platforms, has been quite busy the last couple of months, our YouTube edition has been rather quiet, but we're hoping to change that. Our YouTube edition moving forward will be a lot more conversational, so feel free to comment, send suggestions, send questions, and we'll be discussing similar topics to the podcast, but with a lot more personal commentary involved. For example, in the last 2 weeks, Tiger Brands South Africa has recalled 2 of their stock cubes, specifically their Benny as well as their chicken. And what this actually means is not only do you now have to go and look, first of all, have you bought Tiger Brands stock cubes lately? You also need to check, is it the 2 specific flavors that is in recall? Then you need to go and look under your production date. Has it been manufactured up until today, moving all the way back to 2023? And why is that, you might ask? As per the official draft that has been released, the company decided to initiate the precautionary voluntary recall after consultation with the National Consumer Commission, even though it has not received customer complaints about the impacted products. The decision was made in line with its commitment to the highest quality standards and its best interests of its customers. But why exactly was it recalled? It was recalled because somewhere along the lines, they do not disclose where or how, they realized that there was a problem with the labeling. They realized that the labeling, specifically regarding their salt intake or salt content, was inaccurate. But what does this mean? For those of us who are living relatively healthy lifestyles, a little bit of additional salt here or there is not going to be the end of the world. However, for individuals with conditions such as high blood pressure, kidney problems, for example, cardiovascular disease, a little bit of extra salt can be the difference between living life comfortably, being in discomfort, or even severe medical complications. So the fact that they have recalled it is absolutely fantastic. My question is, how do we prevent situations like this from happening in future? What are the ramifications? So at this point in time, it is a product recall. A lot of the work falls within you as the customer. That does not mean that Tiger Brands is not doing a lot of work. In order to do a product recall, you need to inform all of your buyers, all of your clients. You need to provide them with all the accurate information, the product, the batch code, anything else that can be used to identify the product. So for example, in this case, they specifically say it is the Benny flavored stock cube. They specifically say the name, the size, which was the 12, 24, as well as 48 cube pack sizes, as well as the best before date, which is the 31st of July 2027 or any date prior. Now, different articles say that it is products that have been on the market since 2023. That's 2 years. 2 years is a very long time. And the reason for that is it's got to do with the nature of the product itself. There's also all of the logistical nightmares that Tiger Brands is sitting with now. Because yes, what happens when somebody goes and says, I bought 1 box of 48 cubes? Do they physically go and send a courier to go and pick that up? Or do they say something like, okay, Store number A, we will be collecting on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. Does store number A have capacity to hold on to that additional stock? Do they have the resources to isolate those compromised stock items from the rest of their stock items? Then what happens when they actually collect it? Do they end up redoing the analysis because nutritional content requires analysis? Do they relabel everything based on the accurate information? Do they dump it? These are all the types of things that go into a product recall. What is wonderful to know is up to now, there has been no health claims or health complications affiliated with the consumption of these stock cubes. Because had there been, then that would have been an entire different can of worms. Remember, at the end of the day, when you work with food, you are essentially working with someone's life. And on that note, I would love to ask you, do you actually read the nutritional content labels? If so, what have you picked up that you find interesting? Or what have you picked up that you don't quite understand and would like me to explain? Until next time, I've been Sheldon with Steps with Nutrition.